I want to point out to you, believers, because I'm addressing believers now. Simple-minded people can be dangerous. Why? They are simple-minded. They don't want to see beyond circumstances. Such people who are simple-minded are the type of people that don't want to know what's going on in the world. Simple-minded people are people who are mainly focused on getting around in their routine. That's what they want. They just want to get around. They just want to be in this state of ease. They don't bother anyone else. They don't want to be bothered by other people. They just do their thing. They expect others to do their thing, so as long as no one is bothered. And that's the type of individual that society promotes. But let me tell you, such an individual can become dangerous to you. The moment you sense that something is off in a situation, and you mention or you hint it, a simple-minded individual may feel threatened by your alertness and they may turn on you. Yes, instantly they may become your enemy because you are realistic about the situation. Simple-minded people, the main thing on their mind is to be at ease. And some are overt in it. They openly tell you that they just want to be left alone. Others are others are covert in the sense that they'll pretend to be interested in those around them. But when it comes down to it, it's all about them being at ease. Now, simple-minded people are self-centered. They're not all narcissists, but they are all self-centered. And this self-centeredness is what keeps them blind from noticing red flags. Simple-minded people are very easily deceived because simple-minded people never look at the bigger picture. When someone is screaming in the streets, instead of thinking, why is someone screaming in the streets? What's going on? They think, oh man, someone is screaming in the streets. It's 2 a.m. I need to go to work tomorrow. Shut up out there. That's simple-minded individual. Someone that's a bit alert would think, hold on a minute, it's 2 a.m. Most people are asleep screaming out there. Oh, if someone is screaming, something's going on. Let me check. And they'll see, oh, someone's being stabbed. So they call the police. Someone is simple-minded, they don't even want to consider that something bad may be going on. Why? Because that means that they're not responsible to do something about it. They don't want to. Someone that's alert may notice that in a society, certain people of a certain background seldom get jobs, despite them having diplomas and all of that. So that individual realizes, hold on a minute, there's some kind of institutionalized discrimination going on in this country. This isn't right. So in a simple mind would say, well, it doesn't matter where you're from, as long as you work hard, you'll get there. A simple-minded individual is an individual that will take any explanation as long as that explanation makes them feel at ease. A simple-minded individual is someone who wants to avoid discomfort at all costs. Now, there's nothing wrong with wanting to avoid discomfort. Absolutely not. But when you seek to avoid discomfort at all costs, that's pathological. Simple-minded people want to avoid discomfort at any cost. They'll put up with any excuse as long as they don't have to face what is going on. Simple-minded people, they can be fun. They can even help you out here and there. They can even do good things for you and not expect anything in return. So I'm not saying simple-minded people, all of them are bad people directly, but they have this attitude that's quite dysfunctional. And this dysfunctional attitude keeps them in danger. Simple-minded people, they continue in situations that common sense would have gotten you out of. Because simple-minded people don't use their intuition. Their intuition is there, but they just don't want to use it. They just want to be at ease. You can have a criminal who just got released from jail, who uses intuition, and that criminal can see clearly what's going on, and then you have simple-minded people that get along, who end up enabling evil, and they're not even aware they're enabling evil. For example, you have statements as everyone is responsible for their own actions. I've already decoded that statement, how narcissistic it is, and how it's used by society to blackmail you. Someone that's clever realized, hold on a minute, if we're all social creatures, and everything we have came from the community, how can any of us be self-made? And if none of us are self-made when it comes to success, then none of us are self-made when it comes to evil either. So how can it be that when someone reaches success, we claim they are self-made, which we know is not true, but when someone turns out bad and harmful in society, now we say it's all individual. So someone that looks further realizes, hold on a minute, what's wrong here? But a simple-minded individual just don't want to hear anything about it. The simple-minded individual is allergic to frustration. They are allergic to challenges. Look, simple-minded people, you have them all around you. We walk in love towards them. But please, believer, do not trust, honestly, do not entrust anything you're doing to a simple-minded individual. Don't. To do that would mean that you have to open up yourself to violent attacks. Because sooner or later, the simple-minded individual will be fed up with you when you're facing challenges. Because remember, the simple-minded individual wants to be that simple-minded. They don't want to accept the complexity of daily life, nor the complexity of the world. So they're operating from an unreal point of view. And you cannot operate from an unreal point of view and expect things to go well around you. It's not going to work like that. So, beware of simple-minded people. They're not your enemy directly, but they can become a threat to you if you allow them to be too close to you. Be at peace.